Good morning and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. My name is Jessica, and for today's vlog we are going to be spending the day at Disneyland. Now it is Sunday and Ryan does work, but I am going to Disneyland today with a couple of my coworkers and their kids. It's about 9:30 and I'm just finishing getting ready, and then I'm going to head out and head to one of my coworkers. We're gonna drive there and meet our other coworker and just spend a few hours at Disneyland. We're only doing Disneyland today, not California Adventure. My coworkers have passes for them and their kids. I don't. So just gonna do the one park. So we're gonna bop around Disneyland a little bit and just hang out. It is going to be a little bit cooler today, I think. And honestly, when I was looking through the closet to figure out what to wear today, I realized that I don't have any Disney t-shirts or tops. I know I used to back in 2015, 2016 when I was going to Disneyland all the time because I had a pass, but since I don't go as often, I haven't really bought any tops or anything like that. So I'm literally just wearing this black top and some blue jeans. I do have one of my Disneyland sweatshirts in the car that I'm going to take with me because I don't want to freeze. And I also have my Disney backpack here. Now I got this backpack in 2018. It was the annual pass holder exclusive bag. So I have my wallet in here, some Advil, a snack, a power bank, because if I'm going to be trying to vlog today, then obviously my phone is probably going to die pretty quickly. So I'm basically all ready to go. I just need to put my shoes on and get out the door. I do think I'm going to text them and see if either of them want coffee or a Red Bull or something, because I do need to stop at the gas station and get some gas. And then we're gonna head out and get on the way to Disneyland. But before we get this day started, if you like what you see, if you could consider subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to see more Disney vlogs, potentially in the future, definitely give this video a like so I know to try to maybe do more in the future. It's kind of expensive to go to Disneyland nowadays, but if I ever go, then I will try to vlog. But let's get this Disney day started. Getting ready to go on Tiana's My Adventure. Pray for me. I'm going to have It's a Small World stuck in my head the rest of the night probably. Another Disney day done. Did a little bit of shopping. I'll do a haul when I get home, but I am walking out to the buses and I will catch you when I get home. So it's been a few days. Sorry about that. I got home at like 10 o'clock on Sunday evening after our Disney day and showed Ryan everything I got, showered, and then had to go to sleep because obviously I had work the next day. So I was not able to do my haul when I got home. So sorry about that. But as I was like editing, I also realized that I didn't have a ton of clips, which I apologize for that. It's hard to vlog just in general for me in public, but also when I'm with people that I'm trying not to obviously put them in the vlog, it makes it a little bit more difficult. But I figured we could take this time to just chat about the day and also do our little haul. Now, you probably already saw, but I did get a pair of ears. My coworker bought these for me. I will insert a picture of me wearing them here. It was just a selfie that I sent to Ryan, but they are super cute, like Cinderella-esque type of ears. So these are what I got first thing in the morning. If you know Disney ears, you know that they sometimes can be a little tight on your head. So I do try to wear them all day, but sometimes I will take them off like throughout the day just to like get a little bit of a break so my head doesn't hurt. Obviously I'm taking them off on rides, especially if it's like a roller coaster, but I did wear these throughout most of the day. So that was the first thing we did. I guess I'll go like in order. So we got there a little bit later than we were planning. It took us a long time to park. We parked at the Toy Story lot. There was like a cheer competition or something that was happening that weekend. And so there was a lot of like schools there and things like that. And then also, we didn't know this, but there was an Anaheim Ducks event happening at California Adventure, which we only did Disneyland, so we didn't have to worry about that. But that also made parking an adventure. And it was the last day of the Lunar New Year stuff at Disneyland and California Adventure. So it was just a crazy hectic morning. It took us forever to park and we ended up walking into the parks just because it was going to be an hour for the buses. So we got into Disneyland and we basically went straight to the shops and got some ears and we kind of just walked around for a little bit. First thing we did was go to, I always want to call it Star Wars Land, Galaxy's Edge. And we were going to wait in line for the cold brew, which you obviously saw the video of already. The line was so long. So one of my coworkers and I ended up going on not Rise of the Resistance, but Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I don't know why that's like hard for me to say, with her son and our other coworker's daughter while she waited in line to get like food and stuff for us and the cold brew. We came out of line, sat down, ate, drank our coffee, and then we ended up just walking around a little bit. Honestly, since it's been a while, I don't remember exactly what order we went in, but I think after this is when we went on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and this is when the like ride breaking down situation started. So we were in line. It was like, I think a 45-minute wait, 50-minute wait possibly, which we were like, you know what? It's kind of warm out and it's still like noon-ish, like the sun was still out. So we're like, it's not that big of a deal. Like we can go on it. And while we were in line, the ride like broke down. So we're like, oh, okay, well, we'll wait for a little bit, see what happens. But then of course, they just kept coming on and saying like, if you want to like leave, like just go out the line the way you came in. We don't know when it's going to be back up. And we're like, well, we'll just keep waiting. We waited for, I don't know, like 20-ish minutes or something like that. And then right as we were like, okay, like maybe we'll get out of line and like go somewhere else, we started moving again. So we went on that. It was fun. We definitely got wet. I've seen TikToks and reels of people saying like, you get more wet on Tiana's than you did when it was Splash Mountain. I wasn't in the front, luckily, so I don't know how true that is, but we did get pretty wet. The water comes up on the sides more, it seems like, but we went on that. That was fun. And then after that, we walked over to It's a Small World because one of my coworkers has a baby. And so we were trying to like, obviously go on like some like rides that like she could go on as well. But as we had started walking over there, my other coworker was there and said that it had broken down. So we hung out over there a little bit, tried to figure out what we were gonna do. And then we decided to go into Toontown, which if you know Disneyland, you know Toontown is right behind It's a Small World. We were trying to decide what to go on. The kids were kind of just hanging out. We ended up going on Roger Rabbit, which that I think was like a 45-minute wait. We were
on that ride, and we were almost to the end, and then that ride broke down. So we did have to walk off Roger Rabbit. It sucks, but it's kind of cool to see like the rides with the lights on, if you know what I mean. So that broke down as well while we were on it. So we walked off, and then we were finally able to go on It's a Small World. We stood outside for a little bit trying to figure out what we were gonna do, and then it came back up. So we got in line, got on that pretty quickly, went on that. I did have the song stuck in my head for a little while after that. After It's a Small World, we decided, you know what, let's go on Pirates because all the kids can go on that one as well. So I think that ride had like a 30-ish minute wait, which honestly, I'll wait for Pirates because it's similar to It's a Small World. It's nice to get off your feet and like anyone can go on it pretty much. So we went on Pirates of the Caribbean and just rode that. After we went on Pirates of the Caribbean, we decided we were going to try to go on Indiana Jones. Unfortunately, as we were walking up to the line, that ride broke down as well. So that was unfortunate because I do love going on Indiana Jones. It does kind of jerk you around, but it's just one of my favorite rides. I love most rides at Disneyland, but every time I go on it, I just remember going on it as like a kid. So it's just one of those rides for me that's like pretty nostalgic. But unfortunately, we were not able to go on it. So we did do a little bit of shopping like across the way. There's some shops. I got a pickle, which I've never gotten a Disneyland pickle before because I just started liking them in the last couple years, and it was so good. After that, we were like, you know what, let's head back over to the other side of the park, and we went to Tomorrowland and we went on Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters because that's another ride that like the kids can go on, all the kids. So we went on that, and then after that we did a little more window shopping, or I guess shopping. And this is where I bought my gummy candies. If you know me, you know I love my gummy candies. So I always have like Lifesaver gummies or gummy bears in the apartment, most likely Lifesaver gummies, but I saw these and I had to grab them. I did have a couple already that night, but I haven't eaten any since just because they've been in this bag. I am probably going to put these in the pantry so I can eat more of them now, but they are pretty good. I mean, they're gummy candy. Going on a tangent, there are some gummy candies that are like not as good as others, but these are pretty good. After that, we were like, you know what? Let's just get our churro, walk around a little bit, maybe do some more shopping, and then we'll head out because it was actually kind of later than we were planning on staying. I think at this point, it might have been like 7 or something like that. And we really weren't planning on staying super late just because it was a Sunday. We had work the next day. So we went to a churro cart in front of the castle. Everyone got their churros. We took a picture in front of the castle, and then some of the kids wanted popcorn, and I honestly wanted popcorn as well because every time we walked by a popcorn cart, it smelled really good. So I got some popcorn as well. And then we did some more shopping before we left. And that is where I got this. I saw this when we were doing a little bit of shopping, like when we first walked into the parks, but I didn't buy it then because partly I was like, let me wait and see if I really want it. And also I didn't want to have to carry it around all day. I kind of try to save shopping for closer to the end of the day, just so I'm not carrying a bag around. There's lockers, and obviously one of my coworkers had a stroller for her baby, but I was like, I'm not used to having a stroller or something that I can put my bag in, and I don't really use the lockers, so I usually wait until the end of the day. But I bought this like sweater. It's so cute. It's white and it just says Disneyland on the front in this like pink and red like embroidery. Has the bow, Disney ears, hearts, and then the castle and like the little sparkles. It is unfortunate that it's white because I am very messy, and so I stain white clothes a lot. I try not to wear white for that reason, but it was so cute. I just had to get it. And honestly, I'll probably wear it to Disneyland, maybe even just like around the apartment. Honestly, I might wear it to work. So that is what I purchased for myself. I haven't even taken the tags off of it yet because I was waiting to show it. And it is gonna start getting warmer here, so I'm not sure exactly when I'll wear it. And the last thing I got, now this was for Ryan. I was trying all day to think about what to get for him and looking around and seeing if I could find anything, but I wasn't really seeing anything that like was standing out to me. So when we were looking around the shops later and I bought my sweater, I was like, maybe I'll just buy him a sweatshirt. And he was like, you don't need to buy me a sweatshirt, just like, I don't know, something small to put on my desk, like a little knickknack. So I was just looking through the shops trying to see what I could get for him. And I was like, you know what, let me check the little pin shop. I can get like a couple pins. Like obviously I want to get something else, but let me see what's in there. And I ended up finding this pin board. It's like Mickey ears, so cute. And I was like, that's perfect. And it has this little block here that you can put it in to like stand it up, or there is a little thing on the back to where you could hang it up on the wall if you wanted. Ryan doesn't have this on his desk, unfortunately, just because the cats were afraid that they might knock it over, knock a pin off, and then obviously you don't want the cats to step on that. But we might hang it up on the wall, but for now it's just been on our bookshelf. I showed it to Ryan and he was like, that's perfect. I'm a knick-knack kind of guy. And I did also get him a couple pins. So we both love going on Pirates of the Caribbean. As you can see, we have like a Pirates of the Caribbean pin here, but I got him this Pirates of the Caribbean pin right here. And then I also got this Groot pin. And then it is Disneyland's 70th birthday, so I got this Disneyland 70th pin. The rest of the pins that are on here, we've gone various times. We've gone to Disneyland. And of course, as soon as I gave this to Ryan, he started putting all his pins on it. So we have this one from when we went after we got married. It's a Mickey and Minnie bride and groom. We also love Haunted Mansion, so we have a couple Haunted Mansion pins on here as well, as you can see. And then another Mickey and Minnie groom down here. This 2018 pin, I think we also got when we got married. Another Groot pin. We love Marvel. And then this one is 2023. We got this obviously in 2023, but this is what I ended up getting for Ryan, and I'm glad he loves it because honestly, this is perfect. I do wish it was a little bit bigger just because we do have more pins. He was trying to put the pins on there and I was like, I don't know if they're all gonna fit, and they're not because we have more than this, but this one is probably just gonna be for our more like special pins, obviously like the wedding one, but this is what I ended up getting for Ryan. This was the last thing I purchased from Disneyland, and I think we're just gonna keep it probably on our bookshelf. I might look on Etsy for another Disney like pin board that's a little bit bigger that maybe we can hang on the wall and put other pins on, because we do have a decent amount of pins and we do buy like one or two every time we go to Disneyland, which might be a bit of a problem, but we don't go to Disneyland that often, so it's not like we're buying like tons of pins all the time. But that is everything that I got at Disneyland. After we finished the window shopping, as I said, I was heading to the buses to head back to the car and drove home, got home, and then I, like I said, had to shower and go to bed because I had work the next day. I hope you all enjoyed this Disney vlog. Again, I'm sorry there's not like a ton of clips. I was also just really trying to be in the moment and enjoying the time at Disneyland with my coworkers and their kids. I haven't been to Disneyland with younger kids in a really long time, so it's always fun to go and experience it with little kids instead of just like experiencing it as an adult. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, if you could give it a like, I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave if you haven't already done so. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.